Just 2 weeks ago, the Kremlin said that Pokrovsk and Mirnograd were completely surrounded. However, we see that the towns are holding on and their suburbs are dotted with burned RF equipment. What is happening on this section of the front now? The site Charter 97 talked about it with Ukrainian military and political observer of the group Information Resistance, Alexander Kovalenko. Urban battles are taking place there. That is, there is no encirclement as such, which the Russian propaganda was talking about. The situation is, of course, very difficult, as there is a large concentration of enemy forces and means there. In general, on the Pokrovsk direction, there is a grouping of about 150,000 people on the Russian side, a very dense concentration. The Second All-Russian Army of the Russian Federation, which has allocated about 11,000 people, is mainly active in Pokrovsk itself. They are used as infiltrated sabotage groups. That is, they are distributed in waves so that 24/7 in non-stop mode to launch sabotage groups of 2 to 3, 3 to 4 people into the city. Their main tactics are exactly the same, not to storm, for example, by a company, platoon or tank column on a TBM, but to act in small groups, but en masse. This forces to disperse attention and, of course, complicates the identification and neutralization of such groups, the expert added. At the moment, the Russian occupation forces control the southern part, the southern suburbs of Pokrovsk, the Lazurny micro-district, as well as the Yuzhny, Leontovichi, and Roza micro-districts. Behind the M30 highway, the central part of the city, Durnyak, Pervomaika, Center, Rock, Sobachevka. In fact, this is an active combat zone where the Russians are infiltrating their DRGs. The Ukrainian Defense Forces are conducting mop-up operations there. The northern part of the city, behind the railroad and the railroad station, is controlled by the Ukrainian Defense Forces. Also, the M32 highway, which goes to Mirnograd, is under the control of the Ukrainian military, he said. He told that an entire Russian army could get encircled in Pokrovsk. In this case, Ukrainian assault teams have successfully cleared several streets in the embattled city of Pokrovsk using drone-guided operations to drive Russian troops from their positions. The 425th Separate Assault Regiment, Skelya, reported. According to the regiment, some small tactical groups are being deployed to clear buildings of occupying forces, with each move coordinated in real time by reconnaissance drones. The drones not only detect targets, but even indicate the direction of fire for the troops, the unit reported. Once enemy infantry is detected, Ukrainian forces deploy strike drones to eliminate targets before sending in assault groups, a tactic that significantly reduces risk to personnel. The fighting in Pokrovsk has intensified over recent days as Russian troops continue to press their assault using light vehicles and small infantry units. The 7th Rapid Reaction Corps of the Ukrainian Air Assault Forces said that a recent large-scale Russian push along the Selidov-Pokrovsk highway achieved only partial success. Much of the Russian light armor was destroyed before reaching the city, and the remainder was hit inside Pokrovsk itself. Ukrainian armed forces continue search and destroy operations within the urban area, targeting enemy firing positions established over the past week.
Ukrainian Army's 425th Assault Regiment Skala has launched a counteroffensive on the Russian military position in Pokrovsk city in eastern Donetsk region. 5 Russian soldiers have been killed in the operation, in which Ukrainian troops suffered no losses. During the counteroffensive, members of Skala Regiment received information about the location of Russian soldiers in the area by drone operators. Video released in social media shows the operation in Pokrovsk. The commander-in-chief of Ukraine's armed forces Oleksandr Syrsky said on Monday that the army was launching counteroffensive against Russian troops in embattled Pokrovsk. Being a strategic hub, Pokrovsk has been under heavy assault of Russian troops over the past year. Ukrainian military says its units hold their positions. Russia said its forces pushed deeper into Pokrovsk on Tuesday.